To sum it up, Justice Ginsburg embodies the majesty of the law in her person and in her jurisprudence. A lifetime dedicated to justice, justice under law, and a vision that the law can achieve justice where it's most needed. On the court, we see the application of this vision to every sort of case, every kind of issue. In the opinions she authors, we see a depth of worldly experience. Her decisions show a profound understanding that the law deals with reality, with real people in adversity, with real things like the nation's economy and security and culture, and that the law can achieve a better life for this nation and for all nations. This principled sense of justice, justice through the processes of the law, alone would take Justice Ginsburg to the ChIPs Hall of Fame. But here at ChIPs, we in this room, we are the fruit of the revolution worked by the notorious litigator, lawyer, Ruth Ginsburg, as she led the nation in the cause of equality for all persons, all genders, all races, as she showed that this could be achieved through law and through persistence. Her persistence, clothed in her natural dignity, her wisdom and brilliance, moved the nation to social justice that had eluded us. She took the Constitution to court, and through force of argument and personality and intellect, she changed the nation. Starting over 40 years ago and founding the Women's Rights Project of the ACLU, as we heard on the video, she brought the legitimacy of the law to a street movement of women. Women activists were ridiculed when they weren't ignored until lawyer Ginsburg took to the channels of justice. I remember when I was working at UNESCO that there'd been proposed a UN convention against discrimination against women, but nothing happened. It languished for years, for decades, until women in many countries were far worse off than we were, until lawyer Ginsburg persuaded the Supreme Court that discrimination was contrary to the Constitution. And the UN Convention was then adopted, although there's still much to be done, especially in other nations. I must mention Justice Ginsburg's lifelong international interests. Along with everything else, did you know that she co-authored a textbook on the civil procedure of Sweden? And I have the privilege of serving on a committee chaired by Justice Ginsburg to track and understand the applications of international law in our courts. This year, I'll report some interesting developments in trademark, intellectual property law, copyright law. Justice Ginsburg has often stressed the importance of organization in achieving change. ChIPs is a powerhouse of organization, of potential impact to serve women and to serve the areas of law that have brought us together. And through advances in IP technology, we are in an era of potential human betterment for all persons, all nations. We, you in this room, women who are leaders in law and technology, have a challenge and a responsibility. We have the inspiration of an extraordinary leader, a visionary, a dynamo who made it happen. Justice Ginsburg, by your past and your present, you bring honor to the nation and inspiration to us all. To know that just causes will get attention, that the law will be tempered by justice, that's what's notorious. And that's why ChIPs is so honored that the Ginsburg team, Justice and Professor, have accepted induction into the ChIPs Hall of Fame. Justice Ginsburg, please receive this award, this symbol of our regard.
Please be seated. I am pleased beyond measure to share an award tonight with the person who first originated the idea of what I have become, and that is my daughter, Jane Ginsburg. In her high school yearbook, there was a question: what is your ambition? And Jane's was to see her mother on the Supreme Court of the United States. Now, the next comment following Jane's response was, if necessary, Jane will appoint her. I should say, too, that Jane has been marvelously kind. Her father, who was a professor of taxation, constantly threatened that he was going to write the article on the Supreme Court's performance in tax cases. I can tell you that the institution I revere would not have come out so well. Up to now, Jane has not threatened to write about the Supreme Court's performance in copyright and trademark cases, and for that, I am most grateful. And then for Polly Newman to present this award to me. She has graced the bench of the Federal Circuit now, I think for more than 30 years. Her intelligence, her diligence, her devotion to a very difficult area of the law has really paved the way for the people sitting in this room. When Polly came of age, there were not many women who were research scientists and not many women who were patent attorneys. But what she has done with her life has given courage, I think, to the people who are now coming into the fields in numbers. So I wish all of you well in what you're doing, and may this ChIPs organization flourish in assuring that women will be leaders in the field of IT. I thank you so much.